Hey everybody, it's Doug Mystic Eye here. How you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. I think it's about time we got our playthrough underway of Prison Outbreak. And we're going to be doing a scenario, the first scenario here, which is just simply the base one. I will flip over to it right here, M00. Everything's all laid out, ready to go. I'll just pan the board and let you see what we're getting started with. These are the trays of zombies ready to come onto the board en masse. In addition, here's the board layout. You can see our survivors up here. Ultimately, they have to find their way, they have to make their way down to this exit right here. To do that, they need to find a purple key that's going to open up that door. But when they do, it's going to go to the basketball yard there. When they do, it's going to set off a silent alarm and start another zombie spawn point in the game. So, without further ado, I say we just get started. Again, I'm not going to explain the rules in this video. You can figure them out as you go, or you can go back and watch either my video or videos that have previously been put up that go over the rules quite well. The rules are fairly straightforward, so I think you'll catch on quickly. And I believe we're going to start with our first player. Is going to be Grindlock, who has a fire axe and can get into doors quickly. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Okay, here's our guy Grindlock. You can see that, of course, he has 0 experience. He's wielding a fire axe. And keep in mind that, like in all zombie games, you get 3 actions. So we're going to move to the table, and we're going to take his action first, and then we'll follow up with Kim, Belle, Shannon, Watts, and Joshua in that order. Okay, well here's our guy Grindlock here. So of course, you know, if you know the game at all, they get 3 actions. So for his first action, he's going to step up here. He is going to use his fire axe on this door, and we're going to bust it open. So that will be his second action. Well, actually, it's his first action because he's already in the space. And then from there, we're going to see what is in the room. So let me draw a zombie card just to see what spawns in that room. I'm also going to need to put down a noise marker. Let's I get my deck over here. I just almost made it sprawl all over the place. Here we go. Here's our deck right close by. We're going to spawn the zombies. Right now, as you know, we're currently on the blue experience level. No one's got any experience. So we're going to look at our zombie card, and we're going to see that it's bad. There's one runner in there. I'm going to have to see what this symbol means. This is new to me, so I'm going to have to take a look at that symbol, and we'll make sure we get the right thing out on the board, but it does look like it's going to be a runner. Okay, well, I absolutely love Zombicide and Guillotine games. They make a great product. It's not meant to be realistic or you know, heavily tactical, but I do wish if they placed a symbol in the book, they'd show you that symbol and just say what it means. So from going the rules, I extrapolated because it doesn't actually say anywhere that that symbol means this, but that means that this is a berserker zombie, or yeah. So it's one of these guys, one of these brown runners. Now, what does that mean? It means that they can only be affected by melee combat. So this guy's going to go right here in the room. That was Grindlock's first action. So for his second action, he is going to step into the room, and for his third action, he's going to attack that berserker zombie because he can't be attacked with ranged weapons. So I'm going to move over to his character, look at his fire axe, and we'll roll some dice. Okay, so here's his stats on his fire axe. So you can see he gets to roll 1 die. He has to roll a 4+, and it does 2 damage. All he needs to do is 1 damage, but we're going to go to the dish and we're going to roll, and we rolled a 5. So he did, in fact, hit that zombie and killed it. So that was a good start for him. He's then going to adjust his experience marker up 1. So he's got 1 kill under his belt, and that will end Grindlock's turn. Okay, so our next character is Kim. She's got a clawed hammer in her hands. It's the best weapon she has right now. And she's lucky. I mean, she gets to re-roll some dice, which is pretty cool. And I'll deal with special abilities. You'll see them in action as we use them. But basically, we're going to go back to the table now and take Kim's turn. So here's Kim. She's the pink figure in the front. She has the other weapon, other item that can open doors. Now, she does it silently. Actually, I do need to do something here. I need to put a noise marker right by this door that was opened by Grindlock, because the fire axe is not quiet in opening the doors. But as I look at the clawed hammer, and I'll show you that when I circle back around, it does in fact do open the door silently. So just for the sake of imagery, we'll put her here. She's going to use the clawed hammer to open the door. Now I have to spawn these rooms here with stuff. Or actually, yeah, let me do that and I will be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we just have one normal old zombie walker in this room. So when she popped that door open, this is what she saw, this guy in here. And she's going to then take her second action to move in, and then just like Grindlock, she's going to take her third action to attack the zombie with the clawed hammer. Now, I also need to put yeah, I need to put some noise here for him killing that zombie in there. But anyway, we're going to go over to her character. We're going to look at the clawed hammer and roll the dice. Okay, well, you know, the clawed hammer is not too bad a weapon. As you can see, it gets 3 dice. It has to roll 5+, and it does 1 point of damage. That's certainly enough to do in a regular old walker. So let's go to the dish and we'll roll the dice and see how she does. Okay, here we go. Wow, I'd say she did in that zombie pretty good. So she succeeded with 2 hits. She only needed 1. So this zombie here is dead off the table, and Kim will gain 1 experience point. Not too bad so far. We're doing really well. Let's hope we can keep that. Next up is Belle. Now, Belle's got a lot of extra move action abilities, so it's going to be in our interest to get her up to speed pretty quickly. So what we're going to do with her is she is going to go into that room where Grindlock is and pick up the objective token that's there, and also search that room. So I'm going to go to the board and we're going to do that now. Okay, so here's Belle. She's the brownish miniature right here. And she's going to go from this location into here with Grindlock. And I think we'll do the search first just to see how that goes for her. Oh wow, that's kind of appropriate, I guess. I swear I shuffled these. This was totally random. But she did get a katana, which is interesting because that's what she's carrying in her hands. So we're going to go put that on her character card, but she's also going to pick up this objective. So we need to pick it up and see. It is just a red objective. Now what that does do for her is give her 5 experience points. So we don't want her killing too many zombies yet, because we'll end up in the yellow threat zone pretty quickly if we do that. But anyway, we're going to go give this to her and we'll move on to the next turn. Okay. Well, here's Belle's character sheet as she stands. You can see that she's got 5 experience points for picking up the objective token, and she has now equipped her katana, which is making her a more formidable adversary. I have a feeling we're going to be in the yellow zone pretty quickly in this game session. But from there we're going to move on to Shannon. Well, here we are with Shannon. She does have the pistol, and her ability of point blank allows her to shoot targets in the same or I believe adjacent space. I'll have to look it up and be able to target her pistol where she wants, as opposed to hitting in order. And you'll see that when I go through ranged attacks, and there's a targeting order and how you hit things. So she gets to pick and choose. That's part of her ability. But anyway, she's not worried about that right now. She doesn't have anything to fight. So we're going to do something similar with her. We're going to move her into the other room where Kim was, and have her search and pick up an objective token. Okay, so this blue figure here is Shannon. She's going to move into this location here for 1 action. For her second action, she's going to search, and she finds a meat cleaver. It's interesting, which will go on her character sheet. And she also picks up this objective token here for her third action. I gotta go back. I don't remember. I played too many different games. I need to double check, just make sure that that picking up the objective token is actually an action. I believe it is, but I'm going to double check. Okay, so yes, taking an objective token is an action, and she now has a pistol and a meat cleaver. She's in that room there. Now we're going to move on to Watts and then Joshua. So here's our guy Watts. Sorry for the glare. The glossy cards kind of reflect a bit, but he's got a baseball bat. He's also got, that was his starting ability. He starts with a baseball bat. So I think he's going to actually go and move around the corner and start searching the police vehicle. Those tend to yield weapons exclusively, so we're going to go to the table and start that action. So here's Watts. He's the guy with the baseball bat there, green guy. Now we're going to move him. One action here, second action there, and then for a third action he's going to search the police vehicle, and he does so until he gets a weapon. So let's go over to the deck, and it's a tall deck, so it tends to flop over. All right, wow. Holy moly, he found a chainsaw. So while I like his baseball bat, I like his chainsaw a lot better. That's a good thing to have. And that will end his turn as he searches the police vehicle right there. Now we'll move on to Joshua. So Joshua is just carrying a nightstick he found off something. I don't know, who knows what. Anyway, we do have the ability to use these police cars as well. So what he's going to do here, let me show you where he's at. This is the last guy here. He's going to move one up the street here, one into this space, and then his last action, he's going to get into the police car, where he's going to drive around and kill zombies. So cars are great weapons. Anyway, that's going to end the player's turns. So next up, we're going to spawn zombies at the spawn points. I'm going to lay out the cards, and then we'll see how that works. So at our first spawn point here, we got pretty lucky. We got no zombies in the blue threat level. So you get rid of that card. This space here, which as you can see as I slowly pan out the board, is not too far from our players. Ended up spawning nothing. Our second spawn point, however, spawned 2 normal walkers. Now, here's the interesting part for these guys. They can't get out of the basketball court. They're going to pile up behind this barbed wire fence as they try and make their way toward the noise. So they can't really see anybody quite yet. Yeah, so we did spawn 2 walkers there, and I'm going to pick up that card, and that's going to end the spawn for that location. Okay, quick correction. Shannon drew the purple objective token right there, which is going to spawn zombies at this purple spawn point. Good news there is that when I drew the zombie card, we got spawn of 0, so it had no impact, but I did want to make that correction before we move on to the next video. Okay, so normally, the normal turn of events would be we normally attack with our zombies, we then move the zombies, and then we spawn. But since this was the first turn, there were no zombies on the board. I just went directly to spawning. I just wanted to clarify that for those watching, in case you're new to the game or didn't or thought I was going out of order. Anyway, at this last final spawn point, remember our 4th one's not active yet because we haven't set off the alarm. We did generate 1 walker zombie there, and that's really it for turn 1. Basically, we did some searching, got some police equipment, and now we're going to be heading on to the next objectives. So, yeah, and I think I'm going to do these 1 turn at a time right now, unless I can see that we can do 2 and keep them within a reasonable time frame. But that's going to end our first turn. And of course, everybody's in good shape. We killed a couple of zombies, picked up 2 objectives already. So this might go pretty quickly. It depends on how badly the zombies pile up on us as we go. So thanks, and we'll catch you on the next one.